Alright, so I'm making a video on how I'm growing strawberries. So for this method, or any method like this, it's important to make sure that your strawberries are not, your plants are no longer in patent. So these are Chandler. They came out of patent in 2004. So you can propagate them without stealing from anybody really, or um, having to worry about somebody, the plant police, coming to get you. So universities and farmers put a lot of money into breeding different crops. So after they do, they have, I don't know the amount of years, but they have patents on their plants, and you're not allowed to freely propagate them. So for this method, I went with Chandler strawberries because the patent had expired, so now I can create my own plants. So this is a mound of dirt and I'm calling it dirt, not soil, out of the bottom of my pond that I had dug. Oh, it was 2019. So we had a strawberry bed over, which I can show you. That's currently under a tarp at the time, and we took strawberries and we put them down the center of the bed, threw some wood chips on there, and just let the strawberries go wild, drape over, and go. So they multiply by runners. I don't come out and do anything with these. I do add some wood chips once in a while, but you can see the amount of strawberries. And all of my strawberries that I have originally started with 25 plants that I bought. Well, it had to be 10, 12 years ago. And I'll just take some runners, move them somewhere else, and start over. So this bed of strawberries has been here for going on 6 seasons. And we do nothing. It does get weedy. So what I'll do every probably 3 years on a rotation is I'll take half of this mound because I like picking them off the mound. It's higher, it's not bending over so much. And I will put a black silage tarp over it. This mound is 180 feet. So I'll cover about 90 feet of it. And we'll cover that from as soon as strawberry season's over until late August. Actually, this year, as cool as it's been, it'll probably be mid-August. And then I'll take runners and put them down the center. The silage tarp will kill everything underneath it from lack of sun and the heat created. So that'll get us a fresh new. It'll be fairly weed free for the first year and a half till weed seeds come in. Like that dandelion right there, that one should be pulled because the thick roots of that will store a lot of energy, and that may come back. But all these grasses like that, they'll be gone. So silage tarp on it for the heat of the summer, and then I'll plant it back with runners from other areas. And I don't have to weed it. I don't get the biggest strawberries, but we picked, actually, my wife picked 210 pounds of strawberries out of this for market last week and for our own refrigerator, or our own freezer, our own use. And as you can see, it's loaded again. So this Friday will probably yield to be a little bit lower. It's the third week. First week we harvested them. I think we got 100 pounds. So if we pick them all this week, I expect to get probably another 100 pounds. So we'll be pushing 600 pounds out of this bed. That we don't weed, we don't fertilize, nothing. And the other thing that I have found is when we go to tarp it, they grow much better the next year if we tarp it when there's actually some strawberries on the plant. The sugars in them, I believe, get the soil microbes really working. It digests all the plant matter a lot faster. It's similar to using molasses to terminate cover crops. Put some molasses down, then your silage tarp, and you can make it work a lot faster. So, we'll take the top half of this bed this year, put it out of production, and tarp it. Let the rest of this grow. Maybe pick some of the weeds, but not going to go crazy on weed picking. And then replant up the center, no mulching. If I have some wood chips, I may mulch, throw some of them on there, but my supply of wood chips has run out. So no fertilizer, nothing, just dead strawberry plants and weeds. And then replant it and let it go. And then next year, after strawberry season, we will do the same with this bottom half. We have strawberries everywhere. They're like weeds. These are, I don't even really pick them much. I just have the plants in there to mulch around my asparagus. As you can see, it's really weedy and should be killed off too. This part of our farm doesn't really get a lot of attention anymore since we're trying to grow vegetables for other people. So we just are letting this go a little bit. Maybe we'll tarp this off. Not sure because we have our raspberries. But that's where we're at. Hundreds and hundreds of pounds. We've probably gotten thousands of pounds of strawberries, starting with 25 plants, 10, 12 years ago. I can show you real quick one of our other beds that we do normally harvest a lot and take care of that we have under black tarp right now. So the reason this bed went under tarp early is it was starting to get weedy, but it was such a dense mat of strawberries down through there. It was starting to get weedy, and we found, I believe that was habitat for a bazillion slugs down in here. So I'm going to kill this off. I'm not sure if it's going to go back to strawberries. Kill it off with a tarp. Get all the weed seeds in the soil to germinate under the good moisture of the tarp. And we may put some bushes, some blueberry bushes down through there, or maybe it'll go back to strawberries. Not sure. But killing them off. All right, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up.